didn't want just anybody. The hero world was filled with glory seekers in it for fame and money. All Might wanted someone whose body moved on its own to save someone.
He saw exactly that.
I think I'm finna fast forward a little bit through it, but I don't know who would win versus Deku versus Asta. My Hero Academy versus Black Clover. But I'm gonna fast forward a little bit through it. And let's get right here. Cause I know who these people are. I know they powers low key.
Absurd amounts of strength from different parts of his body with super moves to
anything.
Exactly the opposite.
This is strength right here.
One for All allows Deku to release absolutely absurd amounts of strength from different parts of his body with super moves named after US cities and states.
Deku still can't access all of his power safely though. Using 100% will quickly destroy his body, which is why he learned to distribute his strength evenly across his body, a technique known as full cowling. This lets him increase his speed and durability as well, making him more all-rounded, and shifting focus to his own interpretation of One for All inspired by his pal Ida, shoot style.
Where he pulls out a Glock and blows your brains out! Okay, not really, but in keeping with One for All's rabbit theme, he trades All Might's signature punches.
I forgot you could play as Deku in this anime game. What is this called? I have it. I forgot what it's called.
My version's better. You ever seen Rabbit versus Gun? I have, and I know how it plays out.
Considering the much higher muscle mass of a human's legs, shoot style allowed Deku to output even more power while giving his arms a break. A break from a break.
And despite being a classic melee build,
I mean, knowing Deku though, I think he would
punching
go. Oh yeah, Jump Force. That's what it's called. But Deku, knowing him, I think he would use it 100%.
Encyclopedic knowledge of orcs and is always analyzing their strengths and weaknesses mid-battle.
Strong
forward a little
energy
bit.
tendrils to tie enemies up and swing around the city, or shoot one out of his mouth, just like our girl Fruppy.
And danger sense, which gives him a minor reactive precognition.
AKA, he's Spider-Man. Not even a reach, the mangaka is like the biggest Spidey fan ever.
He can also produce a smoke screen to mask his presence, float in midair, or store up kinetic energy over time with Fa Jin.
Like that. By storing up enough, he can even match All Might's max power without any recoil to boot. Strong enough to change the weather and create city block-sized tornadoes with a single punch.
Sheesh.
And he's even stronger with his newest quirk, Gear Shift, which allows him to increase the speed of an object anytime he touches it. In conjunction with the power of All for One, he can use this to warp reality itself. Deku can go toe-to-toe with arch-villains like Shigaraki, who's fast enough to react to and catch laser beams with his bare hands.
But nothing could prepare him for All Might's archenemy, the shadowy leader of the League of Villains, All for One.
All Might only ever showed his young pupil kindness and support, but that couldn't change the absolutely crushing pressure Deku felt at every moment.
Even classically trained dickhead Bakugo came to help his teammate out when he needed it, like when they teamed up to share One for All and punch an island-sized hole in the clouds 24 miles high.
Just goes to show that even One for All isn't a one-man army. Deku's true strength comes from his teamwork between himself and his friends.
And with their help, Deku will surely become that beacon of hope he dreamt about as a child.
One hero for all mankind.
Fire.
This episode is sponsored by
Then y'all gonna throw me in another ad after I'm trying to skip the one y'all placed in the video, man.
You know it, you love it, and in the world of Black Clover, it doesn't come from a box you bought at a tacky...
No, I haven't watched the movies. I forgot to do that. It's another anime too. I think Seven Deadly Sins got a lot of movies too. I gotta watch those. Be forgetting about the movies. Did I not watch them? Oh no, I just watched the Black Clover movie. That's what it was.
West Hollywood costume shop.
That just came out.
Mana is the source of all magic, a supernatural energy found in the air and in living beings, except living beings whose names are Asta.
Not only was the young Asta an orphan abandoned by his mother at a church as a baby, he was born with a mutation that prevents...
Okay, so Asta even shorter than Deku, and he older by a year. Deku is 16 and 5'5".
99.9% of you aren't subscribed. That is thousands of viewers not subscribed yet. So, if you find yourself coming back or enjoying the content, subscribe.
Asta 5'1", 17.
Him from having any
5'1"
money
is
to speak
crazy.
of. Well, neither do I, and you don't hear me crying about it.
Yes, you do, all of the time. But Asta had a dream. Despite his lack of magic, he and his best friend Yuno promised each other one of them would rise to the throne of the greatest military
That's a
position
beautiful
in the
show,
land,
beautiful
the
show.
Wizard King.
Fast forward a little
Wizard
bit.
King? Really, guys? Sometimes they call it Magic Emperor, but
Great.
one-of-a-kind strength.
He's got his classic Demon Slayer, an enormous greatsword which cuts through spells with its edge and deflects them with its flat. Or the Demon Dweller, which can also absorb and copy magic, then toss it right back to sender.
I think my personal favorite is the more complex Demon Destroyer, which severs the relationship between a spell's cause and the more...
I forgot Asta can deflect abilities, so anything Deku try to throw at Asta, he can deflect that, and if he cut him or like hurt him, he can take his magic away from him if Deku's abilities is considered magic, which I think so. But he could take it away from him a little bit and weaken him. And Asta, bro, if you've seen the movie Demon Slayer that just came out, he can make his swords the size of skyscrapers. Like, he can make them
complex
insanely
Demon
big.
Destroyer, which severs the relationship between a spell's cause and effect, countering the effects of its magic. This could result in anything from healing a village that was inflicted with poison to preventing reincarnation.
Yeah, okay, some
But I don't
of
think
these
the movie
can get
came
a
out
little
when
heady.
it's,
I personally
when
prefer
he dropped
keeping
his
it
video.
simple, like using anti-magic telekinesis to surf on your sword through the sky.
It's worth noting that these swords are made specifically for countering magical attacks and sources of mana. The swords will act as though blunted when striking non-magical foes, more akin to giant clubs than actual blades. Not entirely inconsistent with real-life greatswords.
But none, which gave him and Asta a lot of common ground, despite the whole, mom murder thing.
In fact, the two became
Magic powers, Asta
He got a demon inside of him type shit, but it's a good demon, like one of the only good demons apparently. What's this?
His body is so incredibly well trained, he
feats.
dodged a beam of light while sleeping. As in, he was asleep, and the force of his sneeze pushed his head out of the way of a beam of light. Light speed sneezes, everyone!
And despite his headstrong and irritating personality,
AKA screaming at the top of his lungs as often as possible.
Asta is an intelligent fighter who has leveraged his skill against far more experienced foes.
But he wouldn't be anywhere without the ragtag band of deviants he calls friends.
Fire.
With them at his side, there's no way he won't climb the ranks to take the Wizard King's throne. Especially with Yuno pushing them both to get stronger.
Unlike other classic shonen rivalries, this one isn't tainted by
Bro, and they ended the show, bro. It's crazy. They ended it off with a movie that was just about a random villain. Like, didn't have nothing to do with nothing. Like, what?
antagonism. They truly want what's best for each other.
I think they ended it. I'm pretty sure they did.
Yuno's gonna need all the luck he can get.
They said the
'cause
movie
even
was
if
the
Asta
last
never
thing.
gets mana of his own, his true magic is never given up.
All right,
Buttons are
let's
set
go.
to run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
What I mean, I think I heard the Black Clover was done. Like they was done, and that movie they dropped was the last part of it. Unless I'm wrong, but I could have sworn is what I heard. Like they wasn't coming out with another season. I don't know. I might gotta look it up. Might gotta look into it again.
Give it up for our 26th World Martial Arts
Sword that big? He's gotta be crazy strong. I'm gonna have to rely on more than just my power to take him down.
DEKU!
Why they come with this animation? It look like it.
ASTA!
Just gotta hit him really hard.
Begin!
Jeez.
Even luck will run for his money.
Nah, but Asta is extremely fast too. Low-key loud.
Supposed to be sharp? His speed isn't slowed by his sword's weight at all. Gotta hamper his movements and get that book out of his hands. Huh? He found me! My turn!
Wait! Are you not using magic?
Oh, see, I figured, bro.
Can't beat a guy like this!
I figured his stuff wasn't counting as magic. That's tough. Oh.
Detroit! Detroit!
Okay, you're kind of cheating, Deku. Come on now. I ain't gonna lie, I knew he was gonna have trouble if they wasn't counting the Deku's abilities as magic. Otherwise, Asta wasn't gonna be able to take it and stuff. Oh no, Deku might win. Oh no. I'm gonna see. Oh,
But I've had enough of it. I'm ending this quick! Hit me with all you've got, because I'm never going down!
nah, this is fire.
No use not going all out anymore. I just gotta hit him really hard!
But yeah, he still got to upgrade too.
Here it is! 1,000,000,000%! Blood Ultra!
I did it!
In the midst of that beautiful scenery, y'all throw the ad in my way. My goodness. Jeez.
Take that, Detroit.
For our final round, as ASTA takes on last year's reigning champion, Mr.
What not to do from Dragon Ball Z?
Poor Deku. He tried his best,
That was
but
far.
Asta just
I had a feeling Asta was gonna win.
shoved him into that great big locker in the sky.
Both Deku and Asta were fairly evenly matched melee fighters without any specific abilities to give one an easy edge over the other. Though, to be fair, the variety of quirks Deku inherited from past users of One For All did make him more versatile and unpredictable.
Plus, quirks are biological.
Did you really know that was
mutations,
happening?
Not connected to some supernatural energy source like mana. So Asta's anti-magic powers were basically useless here.
And Deku was generally a smarter and more tactical fighter, but against Asta's incredible might, this time Brawn beat Brains.
Let's crunch some numbers! Deku's greatest feat of strength was splitting that enormous cloud formation with Bakugo.
By measuring the size of the island and comparing it to the clouds above, we can determine they dispersed over 63 trillion kilograms of water.
That's the weight of the Great Pyramid of Giza. 12,000 of them.
And required an
Jeez.
energy of nearly 80 teratons of TNT per punch.
Let's compare that to Asta. But
gotta
Tony's
watch that
son
movie.
was going to be
That
strong
scene
enough
looked
to
fire.
vaporize a country the size of the Clover Kingdom.
We can use this map from the manga to estimate the size of Clover Kingdom to be about 500 kilometers in diameter, about half the length of Great Britain. Vaporizing a country of that size would require an energy of over 480 teratons of TNT, over 6 times greater than Deku's punch.
While Asta uses
Sheesh.
anti-magic, it isn't an automatic counter and needs to be compared.
Results. Deku is more tactical, wider array of powers, of course, but he's slower, can't safely access max power. Swords are greater than his punches and kicks. Asta physically stronger, faster, better ways to predict movement, more mobile with flight. Anti-magic would not affect quirks. It's far.
addition strength to the spell it's combating. And Asta's gotten way stronger since.
Asta was also quicker. Sure, scaling to Shigaraki would give Deku roughly light speed reaction time.
But Asta could dodge light in his sleep, and that's his base form, even before transforming with Lipa to get way faster.
And since Deku and Asta's precognitive abilities more or less matched each other, it was only a matter of time before Asta simply overwhelmed him.
Especially since Deku has struggled in the past against faster opponents. Sure, Deku was smarter, but if he literally didn't have enough time to come up with a plan of attack before getting hammered, his brains were wasted.
Deku's tactical brilliance and harem-scarum tenacity definitely gave his opponent a run for his money, but Asta's raw power, blinding speed, and deadlier weaponry spelled the end for All Might's pupil.
Deku gave it his all, and I wish he had won. Hasta la vista.
The winner is Asta.
Nah, Deku just lost to a 5-1 child. A 5-1 child. Wouldn't let that happen to me, personally. That's crazy. Yeah, cause I ain't gonna lie. Deku, once he get weak like this, bro, he really up for grabs. It just never be happening in the show.
I did it.
Yeah, once he get like that, when he out of energy, he done reached max and did harm to his body, he up for grabs. Like somebody strong come along, take him, that they can take his life. Like Asta just did. All right, though. That was that. We know Asta won. The winner.